Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello everyone. It's Shadow Leon 659 once again. And today I am making another epic rant. And for those of you people who are wondering, it's a rant on the god awful as hell Inspector Gadget movie. So anyway, so sorry about that. I was about to lose my voice as a result. Now for those people who are wondering, I haven't really watched much of the cartoon, but all I can gather from what I've watched is that it's a cartoon about, Inspector Gadget and all that stuff, being a bumbling detective and everything. Being a bumbling detective who has to save the day from the evil Dr. Claus. So basically, picture him as sort of like the bumbling hero. But of course, that's all I've got to say about the show. And all I can just say to this movie is, just fuck this movie. Fuck it all the way to Neptune. I will always defend Matthew Broderick for Godzilla 1998, but never will they come and when I will defend him for this awful abomination. I don't even know what to say, but all I can say is this. This is easily, without a doubt, one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life, and that is no joke. I am dead fucking serious. I can't believe that people in 1999 went to watch this piece of crap instead of the criminally underrated election. It's thanks to this movie that election bombed. Well, I'm not saying it's the main reason, but one of the main reasons to why the movie bombed. The movie got negative reviews, lo and behold, whoop-de-fucking-do. Wow. What can I even say about this movie? There's just so much wrong with it that I can go for entire hours of why this movie is just bad and whatnot. Did you ever see that comedian who tries way too hard to be funny? As if, look at us, we're so funny, why don't you laugh? Laugh, damn you, laugh, damn you! Wow. I mean, you don't believe me on how bad the humor is in this movie? Every few seconds there is always a cartoon sound effect, which gets very irritating and obnoxious to the point that you would just want to get a compass and just poke your eardrums out. And let us talk about the performances in this movie. The performances are atrocious. Matthew Broderick was terribly miscasted as Inspector Gadget, and throughout the movie he just has this bored look on his face as if the guy just doesn't want to be there and everything. And don't even get me started on his performance as Robo Gadget, which was just cringe-inducingly terrible. It's as if he was a poor man's Jim Carrey and all that crap. Speaking of which, why didn't we just get an Inspector Gadget movie where Jim Carrey is the titular Gadget himself? Man, you wasted such a golden opportunity. And Rupert Everett's Dr. Claw is just a lame villain. once again, I'd like to say that I haven't watched much of the show, but from what I gather, Claw is supposed to be one of the most intimidating, fearsome, and badass villains in all of Saturday morning cartoon history. But I'm sorry, writers, you just don't get one of the most badass and fearsome villains in Saturday morning cartoon history and turn him into a joke. It doesn't work that way. It never has and it never will. And on top of that, we also have such inappropriate jokes such as, Matthew Broderick sees a woman bend down and literally makes chimpanzee noises. You also have another scene where he literally grabs a guru by his nutsack, and the guru then screams in a really high-pitched voice. And you literally have a fat lady getting whipped on her arse and say, "Woo!" Oh my god, this movie. And the rest of the other side characters are pretty much useless. Brenda, who helps put Gadget back together, is just a useless love interest who doesn't really do much for a majority of the movie. Penny and Brains were so useless, in fact you could have cut them out of the movie completely and nothing would have changed. And don't even get me started on the pop culture references this movie has. This movie has way too many pop culture references that not even kids would get. You literally have a scene in where they reference the iconic laser room scene from the first Mission Impossible movie. Get it? Because that happened in the first Mission Impossible movie with Tom Cruise. And then you also have a scene in where Gadget goes around terrorizing the city like Godzilla. Get it? Because Matthew Broderick was in the 1998 Godzilla movie. And then you have a scene in where a Japanese man is running and says, "This is why I left Tokyo," because get it? There was a similar joke in Jurassic Park 2. And you literally have Rupert Everett. I'm not calling him Claw because I refuse to associate such a lame character with an awesome character. Get it? No, not Dr. Claw. Claw as in Madonna, get it? Because Rupert Everett and Madonna are good friends in real life. That's so funny. My god, you people suck at comedy. Just freaking wow. And on top of that, this movie has some of the worst editing I have ever seen in a movie. I mean, scenes will just abruptly end and transition into another scene for no good reason. Don't believe me? You have one scene in where Gadget is literally chasing after a car thief, and the next thing we know, the bloody bastard goes from running on the streets to running in the warehouse in just a matter of seconds. I'm not kidding when that happens. Go look it up. And on top of that, scenes will transition to other scenes for no apparent reason, as mentioned earlier. And the movie likes to do these awkward close-ups of the characters' faces. Like, just imagine if my videos were edited like this. Oh, look at this good close-up and whatnot. It seems as if this was what happened during behind the scenes in the editing room. It's as if the producer and editor got into a fist fight like this. You see what I mean? It seems as if that's just what happened during behind the scenes. And on top of it just makes Taken 3's editing look like 24 in comparison. And on top of that, This movie was directed by the guy who made Cool as Ice. Yes, that god-awful Vanilla Ice movie. Like, what the hell was Disney thinking? Did you not do a background check on this guy? Did you not hear every bad thing? That crappy movie he did was hated by everyone. Nobody loved it and all that stuff. My god, even back then you were doing stupid crap like that. So if you ask me, what are the redeeming qualities of this film? Well, all I can just safely say is that John Debney's musical score is amazing for what it is, and the animatronics done by Stan Winston's company are amazing for what they are. And I love how every set piece is brought to life and whatnot. And it was also nice to see Mr. T make a cameo. Overall, this movie can just go screw itself, because this movie just makes a mockery of the Inspector Gadget IP and whatnot. And I also forgot to mention the plot of this movie blatantly and half-heartedly plagiarizes RoboCop, Dick Tracy, Darkman, RoboCop, Dick Tracy, Darkman, RoboCop, Dick Tracy, Darkman, hold on a sec. Oh, and how could I forget The Mask? Yeah, so the movie blatantly and half-heartedly plagiarizes RoboCop, Dick Tracy, Darkman, and The Mask. And as far as you can tell on the poster right here, that this movie is this movie has a nickname and what I like to give it. Sorry for stammering. I'm just so mad that I don't know what to say. So as I was saying, the poster right here, as you've seen this parody poster, clearly sums up how I feel about this movie. And you know, that parody poster is just basically what I like to call the movie Matthew Broderick humiliates himself for 78 minutes the movie. This is not Inspector Gadget. This is just Matthew Broderick humiliating himself for 78 minutes the movie. Overall, I am going to give this movie a 1 out of 10. Screw this movie all the way to Neptune. So anyway, that's it for today. Shadow Leon 659 signing out.